Hey, Josh Tigg, Running T Farms. Labor Day morning cattle move this morning. I thought I would get a little video of the cows grazing this morning. Notice that we're keeping very good body condition on all these girls. We got a couple outliers still as we're working through our less adapted genetics, but we will get those sorted out as quickly as possible. This was the second pass, I believe, the second pass on this particular grass here. We had started we grazed the first pass all the way across this farm. We started back on it with a second pass. We got to, I don't know, a few hundred feet towards that direction, and we was in extreme drought there in June, and our grass wasn't recovered, so we just stopped grazing forward and went over on the other part of the farm and started grazing some stockpiles. So this will be the second pass on this. A whole lot of forage here, very high quality, primarily Kentucky 31 fescue. There's a blade that I'm going to say is at least 25-30 inches tall. Already starting to see some common vetch. Of course, this probably won't survive, but that would have germinated sometime in the last few weeks. There's some more. We had a lot of common vetch in here this spring, and a lot of it was allowed to go to seed. Got some Bermuda grass there. I actually even saw, I've never seen any on our farm. We just don't see very much of it around here. We had a little patch of Bahia grass that was in here, so I don't know where that came from, whether it can survive or not, but anyway, quite interesting. So still got the stock density up relatively high here. I don't know exactly what it is. I'd have to figure. We're grazing this last sail up this tree line, so I've been having to alter the size of each one of these breaks. You can see we're moving 5 times a day. I manually moved the first one. We've got a wire lifter in place for the number 2 move, wire lifter in place for the number 3 move, wire lifter in place for the number 4 move, and then I will come up here and manually move them for the 5th time. And with the very last break is actually probably 35 or 40% more, but it's the last one. We're going to be moving these cows down to graze some of our bottom land that's been resting all year. It has a tendency to get wet in the winter, and sometimes we can lose that grass if we don't use it. So we're going to, unfortunately, be moving the cows a pretty good distance, probably 3/8 of a mile or something. I'm going to get started on building a lane with poly wire to get them over there. This is on our new farm. We don't have our permanent laneway built on this farm yet. We hope to have that done next year about this time on the majority of the farm, where we can very easily just move our cattle. We have a laneway, permanent laneway built on our other farms, where we can just simply walk the cattle out into the lane and walk them anywhere on the farm. We can get them to our working facilities. And it just works fantastic, and we're going to do the same thing on this farm. It's just that takes a little bit of time to do that, so we're working on that. But just wanted to tell everybody happy Labor Day. Hope everybody has had a fantastic Labor Day weekend, and I hope everybody enjoys the rest of today before you got to get back to work tomorrow. So as you can see, all of the spring calves, and we're actively fall calving. Had a new fall calf this morning, but these spring calves, there's a fall calf laying there. We against better judgment, we usually just keep the stock density up through calving. We've had almost no issues with it. The cows seem to watch for the calves. This grass like this is not so bad that they don't see them. But we just keep the stock density up right on as we're grazing. So might not be the best thing. I'm certainly not recommending that you do that. There's another fall calf that's just a couple days old right in there. They move with the cows. So it's worked for us. I'm not suggesting that you do that. I would, especially, we've been grazing at high densities now for several years. The cattle are used to grazing at high densities, and I guess they just kind of learn to watch for the calves. They don't come rushing into a new paddock. When the lifter raises at 100 mile an hour, they will come in here, you know, fairly quickly. But we just haven't had an issue with it, so we're going to continue to do that. We're going to continue to maximize our harvest efficiency and the utilization of our grass. We've worked hard to grow all this grass. We want to make sure we utilize it as efficiently as possible. Obviously, with this grass, cattle's manure is looking very good. Body condition on almost all the cows is very good. We expect a pretty good breed up. The bulls are in here now. They'll be coming out here just in a couple weeks, and we will wind up our spring, our late summer breeding season for a late spring, early summer calving. So it's worked out real well for us so far. This was the first year that we've had begun the transition from a fall calving herd to a late spring, early summer calving herd. We've got this handful of cows that will calve out this fall. We got about another 15 or so left to calve out, and we will be transitioned over to a 100% late spring. You know, we'll start calving about the second week in May, and we'll go to somewhere around June 21st is what we've started with. We may adjust that if we see that we need to, forward or backwards a week or two either way. So anyway, hope everybody has a great day. As always, you can check us out online at runningtbeef.com. You can like us on Facebook at Running T Beef. If you're watching on YouTube, click that like and subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up. Share this channel with other people. We like to show what we're doing. We shoot these videos so the people who are interested in how their animals are raised, that buy beef from us, and they want good, clean, 100% grass-fed, grass-finished beef. We're birth to harvest. Every animal that we process was born right here on our farm and under our care from the day it was born until the day it goes to be processed. It never leaves our farm except one time when we take it to be processed. No chemicals, no dips, no dewormers. We manage our cattle in as close to a natural way as possible. If you'll notice, there's no fly tags or any type. We don't do anything for fly control other than manage the cattle and manage our genetics. And we've still got cows that carry a pretty good fly load, and we've got a lot that don't carry any, and that's due to just genetic selection and management, strong dung beetle population. So anyway, if you're looking for some good 100% grass-fed, grass-finished beef, check out runningtbeef.com. You can find we are taking deposits on fall beef. We got our finishing herd over grazing more selectively, getting nice and fat and well finished, and we'll start processing those animals here in about another month, and we will sell out. So anybody who's waiting on the fence about getting their fall beef squared away so that they're taken care of for the next year, always nice to have a freezer full of fantastic beef. So you don't have to worry about all the stuff that's going on anywhere, or if you want to have some great hamburger or steaks or roast, you can just simply walk over to the freezer, get them out, and grill them up. So everybody have a great weekend.